Welcome to 2020. I'm going to do a statue room tour. However, I'm not going to do my typical full 3-room tour. I'm actually going to do it day by day, one each day. So one today, one tomorrow, and one Monday. So here is my main theater room. So as you can see, as you enter, I have that sign indicating to any would-be enters, do not touch my collectibles. So everything in this room is controlled via this remote in regards to lighting. So when I want to turn on all this lighting, I press number 1 and it turns on everything. So we're gonna go ahead and enter into I like to call this my theater statue room. So I'm gonna shut the door. The wife is watching Hannibal. So first thing we see is the Sideshow Dark Knight bust. So this is from the Dark Knight, also Dark Knight Rises costume. So the statue is made by Sideshow Collectibles. I do have a metal custom plaque, as well as I'm showing the Batman Begins movie. With all my collectibles, I like to add COAs, metal plaques, movies, and posters to really help the display. I feel like it just makes it so much better. When I went to Tokyo Comic Con 2 years ago, they had music playing, TV in the background showing scenes from the movie. They had little display plaques and everything, and I just loved it. And so with my collection, you'll see that that is what I like to do. So behind this bust, I have the Mondo poster. So this is the Dark Knight Mondo poster. It's 24 by 36. And I really like the way I have this displayed because there's all that extra space over there, and the way this flows, it's like the bust is there, then has all the bats, the Dark Knight. I really like how I did this. So this bust was made several years ago. I did do a video review. It has a tumbler base, which looks awesome. The bust itself has a nice velvet cape. The eyes, I'm pretty sure, are decals and then resin. Now, I'd love a more updated version of this bust, one with like silicone and glass eyes. But for what I paid, which was like, I think $500, it's an amazing bust and I love it. And I think it looks really, really good here. We're gonna do top first. So next we have my Justice League line. Still waiting on my final mother box. Otherwise, this display is complete. So on the right, we have the Flash 1/3. Currently I have him posed in the hands on the hip. I think this one actually does look the best. Second best being the holding the Batarang. But this pose just gives him like a powerful look and I like it. Very juicy colors, amazing paint and detail. The face sculpt is so incredible. Love this statue. It's really phenomenal. And it's a very low ES. I think like 150 made. I put the Batarang here just on the base. And all these have matching under bases. In front of it, I got a Green Lantern ring. This is from the movie. And then Kryptonite. So I like to have something in front of each of these. The way to display this on a best is having 3 in the back, 2 in the front. And then, they're all side by side. Flash sticks slightly off, but best way to make use of 5 giant 1/3 scale statues. So I love the Flash, he's amazing. Next, we got the Wonder Woman Ultimate Edition. I displayed the bust elsewhere, but here she is. She looks amazing. Love the pose. And I put the posters behind. This is the Olivia Sideshow art print. And this is a Victor Garduno art print. And she's doing the same pose. So I'll always display this particular version here because it matches the posters behind. And I love when it does that. Big fan of this Wonder Woman. It looks amazing. The costume is very detailed. The skin tone looks great. The base, of course, I love these bases. I'm very impressed. They're huge. They give such presence. Very, very cool. Love the Wonder Woman. And then the best statue among them all is the Batman. I love this Batman Justice League. It has such a powerful, dominant pose. I put him in the middle because he's the tallest, the leader of the Justice League. I have him holding his gun here. It's like grappler gun, I believe. The detail in the armor is absolutely incredible. There's like browns, grays, blacks. And the face sculpt is just on point to Ben Affleck. An amazing detail. The 5 o'clock shadow, the muscles. I love the base on this one. This one has the best base with that giant like skull he's stepping on, like it's a rooftop. And then display the life-size Batarang in front. So I really like that. I love this Batman. He's the best one. Second best would be Wonder Woman, then probably Flash, and then these two are probably toss-up. Next, we have the Aquaman 1/3 from Justice League. Amazing face sculpt. You can see just how realistic that is with the translucent resin. Great likeness. The armor looks amazing. Tons of greens, browns, so much detail. I like this pose for where I have him displayed. You know, I tried it up, but I didn't like it. It looks best like this in my particular setup. So he has an Aquaman themed base with, you know, like a water effect. You have several seashells, starfish. Looks awesome. I love the way they did that. And each of these bases have their own symbol in front. The Aquaman symbol. Next, you have Cyborgs. I got the 2 mother boxes, a 3rd custom coming in the next week or so. So he just has a rock base, but the rock looks super realistic. He looks best when he's lit up, of course. We'll turn that on. You can see when it's lit up, it looks phenomenal. When it's not lit up, you know, all the colors look the same, so it doesn't look as good. But when lit up, it brings it to another level. I love the light up. I like this particular pose. And I'm matching everything with that poster as well. As you can see, almost all of them are similar posed. But this one has an incredible face sculpt. Turn the light off so you can see. Great likeness and detail. So much going on. It's almost like a transformer. And look at all that detail in that and the gun. Very, very cool. Absolutely love this Justice League line. It's probably one of my favorite lines. Just very, very impressed, and you know, a big representation of my DC movie line. So that is on the top shelf with the posters. Next, we go underneath. So this is the Sideshow Green Arrow Premium Format figure. This is the regular version. So, big fan of the Green Arrow TV series from CW. Ever since I saw it, I've loved the Green Arrow. This statue is absolutely phenomenal. Knock out of the park from Sideshow. Got a water themed base. I did put mine on a display riser to make it look better, more filling of the shelf. You got all these metal arrows in the background. Great face sculpt, skin tone. Tons of different greens. The water effect is awesome. Big fan of this statue. It's one of Sideshow's best 1/4 scale statues in recent years. It's huge and it looks amazing. Next, we got the Man of Steel Premium Format. This is the movie version. The prototype on this looked a lot better than what came out. The problem is they made it like a plastic. It's not resin. And the likeness is bad. Unfortunately, you know, the resale value is plummeted on this particular statue. So this, you know, if you were to try to sell it, you'd lose at least 60% of what you paid. So, you know, I mean, I still like the statue, but it really is one of Sideshow's worst statues in recent years. It had so much potential. The prototypes look amazing. It's hard to pose the cape. The likeness is bad. It's real fabric costume. It looks pretty good, but when you compare it to like Prime 1 half scale, it looks terrible. But overall, I still like it, and I don't ever plan to actually sell it just because of the resale value. There's no other movie license pieces out there in 1/4. But there it is. Have it with the poster in the movie. Like I said, I like to display everything with posters and movies. When you have just like a single statue with nothing in there, it looks boring. You know, it's like, I mean, I know the focal point's the statue, but I feel like posters and movies really help, you know, just build the display to look better. Next, we have the Sideshow Green Lantern. This is the Jon Stewart version. So this is a recent acquisition. It's still available at Sideshow's website. My brother came to my house the other day and he saw this and he was very impressed. He loved the dynamic, the uniqueness of this statue. You know, you compare all the other statues, most statues look very similar. This one's a very unique statue with all that green, his pose, that giant gun coming out of his hand. It just looks awesome. So I'm a big fan of this statue. The face sculpt is absolutely amazing. Sideshow knocked that out of the park. I think this is a really awesome statue. I'm definitely happy with my purchase. I think it looks great. A poster behind is a signed poster I got at Tokyo Comic-Con of the Justice League. Of course, the movie Green Lantern. Green Lantern is up there in the upper left. And then next, we got Star Wars. So these are my two favorite characters from the Star Wars movies on the good guy side. First, you got from Rogue One, Jyn Erso premium format figure. I did order the exclusive, but I prefer the regular portrait. This is tons of mixed media, amazing likeness to Felicity Jones. Great overall detail, nice base, solid all around statue, I love it. It looks really good next to Rey. You know, the two main girl characters of Star Wars, both very attractive and did an awesome job in their movies. I love the most recent Star Wars. It was amazing, The Rise of the Skywalker. So Rey looks awesome, great likeness. It looks better in person. The pose is classic with BB-8. And I did get the exclusive on both these, and I got that poster. I custom printed that poster, a Google image I found. So I got these two here, and I think they look awesome in the cube together. You're probably wondering, why do I have a Star Wars here in the DC section? Now, the reason I did this is because my plan was to display the DC, heroes facing off against the villains, and vice versa with Star Wars. Underneath, I got the Star Wars villains facing off against the good guys. So that's the reason I did that. I really like it. We'll get to this DC now. So over here we got the Deathstroke 1/3 scale. This is by Prime One Studios from the Arkham line. And I do have the exclusive. This shelf is from Amazon.com. It's called a Curio. It's a 3-tiered shelf. You can fit, in essence, a 1/4, a standard 1/4, and then something above, or a big 1/4. It's about the size of a D-tall, so like 15 by 15 inches. Fit about a 40-inch tall statue inside. So Deathstroke was my favorite statue from the Arkham line. I love Deathstroke, and I had to get him. Love the base. Compared to Justice League, these statues are slightly, I would say they're just smaller. Justice League is probably overscaled, but when you see, if they were to be next to each other, they look underscaled, or these look overscaled, however you want to see it. So that's why I don't want to put them right next to each other, but across looks fine. And Deathstroke looks great up there. The other thing you'll see here is these posters. So I got a Justice League poster, the Sideshow Batman art print with Noble Collection Dark Knight props. You got the coins, the cards, the Batarang. It's all part of this Batman display I have going here. And then I got this Victor Garduno Harley Quinn art print, which I love this art print. And it's like the same smiling face as my 1/3 over there. So here's Deathstroke. This is the pose I like it in, with the gun up, holding the bat head. Looks awesome. Underneath, I got my spare Harley Quinn head and Joker. Here, we'll turn the light on actually. This is number 5. So here is the Joker and Harley head. Show you more of that later. Underneath, I just put Batman for now. This is the Hot Toys Batman Dark Knight Rises version. I like this pose. Looks good. Eventually, what I plan to do is actually get the Prime One Dark Knight Rises Bane bust and put that inside there, and then return Batman to right there next to the Joker. So that's the plan. We'll look at Man of Steel later. Next, we do got the Suicide Squad. So I didn't get the Batman from this line since I got the Justice League Batman, but I got these 3. Originally, I only got Harley. Then I saw Deadshot in person, had to get him. And since I had those 2, obviously I needed the Joker, and I found him for a killer deal, way below retail. So Harley's my favorite of the 3. Absolutely love this Harley Quinn. Ever since I saw it, I fell in love with this statue. This is my favorite head. It just resembles Harley from that movie. She was always laughing, had her mouth open, has great likeness. Love the detail. They made the statue super sexy and Just great representation of Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. These all have matching bases. They're about 16 by 16 inches. She stands 28 inches tall and comes with 3 additional portraits. The second best portrait is the bubblegum, and then the exclusive on the right, and my least favorite would be the straight looking face one. I feel like the likeness could have just been better on that. But overall, I absolutely love this Harley Quinn. She's very sexy, and I just love that statue. Next, we got the Joker. So these two together look amazing. They really complement each other. Obviously, the Jared Leto Joker is probably the least favorite Joker. I didn't mind him. You know, I still enjoyed his presence on the screen, and I love the design of his costume with this jacket, the tattoos, the chains. It's like a gangster Joker is how I view him. This costume is super detailed, so much going on. You know, the Batman socks, the shoes. There's just so much detail going on this. His hand. You know, the whole design of this character is really amazing. And he comes with 2 additional portraits, exclusive being on the right. I do have the exclusive on all these. I like this portrait the most though, you know, especially with the Harley open mouth. I think that looks great. Next is Deadshot, Will Smith. This has one of the best human likenesses for a statue I've seen. Absolutely incredible. The translucent resin, the way they painted his hair, it's dead on Will Smith. And the armor looks amazing, the costume, so much detail. And you know, his base has the Batman on Joker's base, bullets everywhere. And he comes with 2 additional portraits as well. And all the portraits look amazing. Yes, I'm a big fan of this Suicide Squad line. It's incredible. Deadshot stands about 30 inches tall, and I have all the heads displayed in front because I have the space, and I'm very happy with how this turned out. I think it looks great, especially when you also include, you know, the Deadshot up higher like that. I think it looks awesome. And underneath is my Star Wars setup. So this is inside a Magic case. I'm not going to open it, but to the right you have the Sideshow Darth Maul premium format exclusive. Exclusive is that extra little like camcorder pod type thing. I do have a custom cloak on it. Love this Darth Maul, it looks great. I do like XM better, but that one's stupid expensive. Where I got this for I think like $300 something back in the day. So love this Darth Maul, looks awesome. Has a light up feature. Next you have Vader, he's the best of the 3. This is from Iron Studios. Has an awesome light up feature, snow themed base. This is from Empire Strikes Back, which has been deemed the best Star Wars movie. Not my favorite, but you know, statistically it's the best. So Vader's in the middle, he's the biggest, and it just looks awesome. Next you have Kylo Ren. In the Force Awakens, which is my favorite Star Wars movie, Kylo Ren was so awesome for me. I absolutely loved him. When he took off his helmet, then I didn't like him as much. I was like, eh. But when he had his helmet on in the first movie, awesome. Loved him. He was so cool. I wish they never took that helmet off. So in addition, I got the helmet and this little 3D printed Vader helmet. So it's like a little, you know, setup I have here. But I love this Sideshow Kylo Ren. It's awesome. The pose is perfect. The lightsaber looks legit. And it's very high quality material. I still remember pre-ordering this while I was in the Philippines. I was at a little airport with inky dinky Wi-Fi, and I was like, oh my gosh, Kylo Ren, I want that so bad. So I ended up pre-ordering it at that airport with very little Wi-Fi. So yeah, as you can see, I have the Star Wars facing off against, you know, Rey and Jyn Erso, which, you know, villains against good guys. And so that's the reason these are here. And they look so well. Like, it looks so awesome like this. It's like a 10 out of 10 display here. So that is all of the DC outside the Superman, which we'll go over later. So next we go into my, what I like to call my Infinity War Endgame setup. So we're still missing a few pieces. So basically I have a 50-inch tall Stuva here On top, I plan to display the Queen Studios Thanos life-size bust when that eventually ships here in the next few months. And I'm also getting all of the Endgame Black Order statues to display in the back. The missing ones I'm missing. So I have them on pre-order, as well as the Outrider General. Got him on pre-order. Other than that, it's basically a complete setup. Just missing those few key characters. Of course, I do have the light up feature. You know, I press number 3, turns everything on. And number 2 turns the light up on those 2. So that's how that's displayed. So first, we'll check out actually the Black Panther. So I did display blue light in here to help show off his effect, where you can basically see the Wakanda writing. It looks really cool. You can see it throughout, you know, so I'll show you without the light up now, so you can just look at the bust. So you can see, you know, the difference of what happens when I turn it on. Now I also have the flashlight there if I want to get, you know, more on the body, because it doesn't display the body as well. So inside the cube, I have the COA, this Avengers Endgame poster, really to cover the stupid safety logo that would not come off the Black Panther movie, the bead set he wore at the beginning of the first Black Panther movie. So here's the Black Panther. This is made by Queen Studios. Life-size bust from Avengers Infinity War. Amazing bust. Incredible detail. Amazing concept and design. The base looks amazing. Really just an overall very impressive looking bust. Big fan. Looks awesome. And due to space, obviously I couldn't fit a statue underneath, so I displayed props. So here I got the Phase 1 suitcase with Ant-Man on top, and also the Ant-Man Blu-ray. Got the Guardians 2, and this is the exclusive Groot by Sideshow, Baby Groot. Does have a light up, Sideshow S logo, and this Infinity War Mark L. This is a 1-to-1 Mark 50. Pretty sure it's the 50. So I like this little setup. It goes well next to this. So that's that cube. So in the cube next to it, we're gonna go ahead and check this out. So this is my Infinity War props. So each of the Infinity Stones came from one of these props in the Infinity Saga. To the right, you have the Ether, the Guardians of the Galaxy Cube, Doctor Strange, Eye of Agamotto, the Loki Scepter, and the Tesseract. And all these have a light up feature but the Doctor Strange. And I put the posters behind it from all 3 of the movies. So this is a custom I got made. This is also custom. And inside is the Power Infinity Stone. So I have that sitting just on top of this. Next is the Eye of Agamotto. I watched Doctor Strange the other day, and they actually had it displayed just like this in the movie. Before I just had that rope dangling out, but I did it like this, and I think it looks much better actually. This is the Endgame version actually. Looks awesome like that. The Tesseract, this is from the very end of the movie when the Tesseract was in this and Loki and Thor held it and then transported to Asgard. Then you have a Loki Scepter. This is a custom. Does have a light up, but it's not very good. But yeah, I always wanted to display all the props together. This was a vision of mine, and I think it overall turned out great. To the left, we have the Iron Studios Ghost Rider. This is a 1/10 scale statue. I love this statue. I think it looks awesome for the 1/10. Great detail, translucent resin, got the Ghost Rider symbol. Looks awesome. Underneath is the Sideshow Red Skull with a poster and this custom Tesseract prop here. This is a pedestal. Pedestal is absolutely amazing with skulls, and it looks really cool, and it really complements this statue. Red Skull, mixed media, looks awesome. Did the cane. I do have the exclusive though. Big fan of this statue. I think it looks great, and I love Red Skull, so there you have that. All right, then we go to the top. So here is the Beast Incarnate, Iron Studios 1/4 scale Thanos. I'm a huge fan of this piece. Sometimes it gets hate for the base or other things, which boggles my mind because this statue is an absolute grail, 10 out of 10 in my opinion. The detail, especially in the face, is out of this world amazing. One of the best 1/4 scale head faces I've ever seen, without a doubt. Best teeth on any statue I've seen, outside of some silicone life-size busts. The armor and skin detail is so well done on this statue. Infinity War, although Endgame costume looks better, Infinity War was the Thanos movie. That's what made me fall in love with Thanos, realizing he is the ultimate villain. And so, of course, I had to have the Infinity War 1/4 version. I still prefer this version over the Endgame 1/4. Has a light up gauntlet. There's like a flashlight inside you basically shine. It does come with a captain shield. And I got this little coin, like a silver coin, and this custom helmet on a little display here, which I think looks awesome, really complements the statue. The back of Iron Man head, shield, Thor's hammer, Endgame steelbook. And above will eventually be Gamora, Nebula, Outrider, and then up here will be the Black Order. So I'll keep those two, move those three out, and then get the 3 additional members of the Black Order. And I can't wait to get that. So here's these 3 though. So you have Iron Studios Hela. These are all 1/10. Hela looks awesome. You have Gamora, Thanos Endgame version. This is the dynamic pose version. They did reveal a newer Thanos that also looks amazing. I actually may consider picking that up as well. You have Nebula. These look so well done, as you know, they're so well done. And then this is the original Cole Obsidian. Amazing base, amazing detail. The only thing is this, it's inaccurate because he never had those weapons in the movie. He had the giant, like, I don't even know what the heck that weapon's called, but there's a newer Cole Obsidian that's more accurate, but it's very expensive. It's like $250. More simple pose and base. It's just more accurate. Next, we have the Hot Toys Infinity Gauntlet. This stands 29 inches tall. It does have a light up, pulsating lights. See here. So there's actually multiple color variations of this. There's ones that are like silver, ones that are bronze, one that's super gold looking. Mine is more of a bronze gold look. It varies on the lighting, on how it looks. Sometimes I love it, sometimes I dislike it. Overall, I love it though. Great looking prop, best prop I own. It's huge and looks awesome. Very museum-like type piece. Looks great next to Thanos, of course. Next is Iron Studios 1/4 scale Iron Spidey. This is my favorite Spider-Man costume. So it's an absolute no-brainer to get this. It's super like deep with those giant spider claws coming out. Very like juicy type paint. You know, it's very vibrant because they use like a car paint. Great detail throughout. Love the base. This is from Titan. The rocks has underbase with the Avengers symbol. It does have a light up, but you have to remove the helmet to turn it on, which is beyond stupid. So I never use the light up. And then I do have this Hot Toys Spider-Man drone in front. Just a little prop there. I have the Mondo poster behind. I also got that poster as well, and the Sideshow poster. So 2 Infinity War, 1 Endgame. Infinity War is still the better of the 2 movies in my opinion. I really love this Sideshow one. So that one's awesome. Next is the Queen Studios Iron Spidey bust. So it does have light up, both in the eyes and 4 on the body. This is an absolutely amazing bust. Incredibly cool looking. Great paint job. Multiple eye displays. I love the pose, how it's like twisted up into the base. I got the COA on the wall. Big fan of this bust. It really is just incredible, beautiful piece. It's big, looks awesome, looks really good next to the 1/4 Iron Spidey. Has amazing presence, as you can see. So yeah, so that's my Infinity War Endgame section. Can't wait to get Thanos bust and the remaining Black Order to finish it. Really happy with how this turned out. Next, we move on to what I like to call my Grail Wall. Got so many grails in this wall, it's not even funny. So I'm going to show you now with the light up. So this is still part of number 3. So it turns on both the Reaper base and the Pennywise base, and all the lighting in there and the lighting to the right. So we're going to go ahead and check out the inside cubes first. So first you have the Underworld Victor. This is by HCG. I can't really open this shelf too much because of that shelf, so this is as far as I can open it. I do have the exclusive portrait cut in half, the dual daggers, the Underworld logo. I'm actually a big fan of this piece. It really surprised me on how much I like it. And I got it stupid cheap, 140 bucks. But it looks great. And above, you got the other Underworld. You got the Lycan and Selene. These are the customs with the art prints and the Underworld logos. They look great together. I wish Selene's face was a little bit better, but overall this pair looks awesome, and for the price I'm very happy to own it. I think it looks awesome. Over here we have Dastan from Prince of Persia. Great likeness to Jake Gyllenhaal. Great detail throughout the statue, mixed media, holding the dagger of time. Love this movie, love the games. Sand themed base. All around just an awesome old school Sideshow statue. Solid piece. And then you have Pirates of the Caribbean Jack Sparrow. Great likeness, love the statue, mixed media. Holding a map, there's treasure, and really just an awesome statue. I love these two, and I put them here together because they're both Disney. They look awesome. Love them. Of course, I got the movies for both in the back. To the left, we got the Zack Snyder setup. So we got 300 and Sucker Punch, 2 of Zack Snyder's great movies he's made. 300. Unfortunately, I did not get the exclusive. I really wish I did. This is an awesome Gerard Butler Leonidas statue. I did get this helmet though from NECA that looks great displayed here, so I'm at least glad I got that. And then Baby Doll looks awesome. I love the face sculpt on that. Mixed media, great all-around piece. And I got the poster, the movie for both. Big fan of this setup as well. These were like old school Sideshow, you know, like 4 or 5 years old, but really showed, you know, Sideshow at some of its best work. And these are all 1/4, about 20 to 22 inches tall each. Next, we got the Grail Mummy. This is a custom piece by Dream Figures. There's a COA in there. This piece is huge, it's heavy. I got both the Mummy movies in there. Incredible detail on the Mummy. He looks so cool. That face, the pose, let you know the Mummy tomb. There's so much detail going on this. I absolutely love this piece. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. You got scarabs everywhere, skulls everywhere, Mummy themed all throughout. You know, my brothers came to my house and they agreed this is one of the best pieces I own. Absolute 10 out of 10 Grail. So cool. The Wonder Woman makes it look tiny though. Next, we go to Absolute Grail City. You got the Reaper life-size bust by Elite Creature Collectibles. Huge fan of this piece. I searched years to get this set up. So the Reaper bust, one of my favorite busts, just absolutely insane mouth, translucent resin, absolutely amazing piece. I put all 3 of the COAs right there. Mondo poster. I also got the wall plaque right here. It's basically the transformation of the Reaper. Got that super cheap as well, which is nice. And it looks great just like this. Now looking at just like that, oh, love it. Did get a custom metal COA made. Got 199 of 700, sculpted by Steve Wang. Here's the Blade 1/3 maquette. Elite Creature Collectibles. You got a head ripped off right there. Looks so cool with the blood draining. It's like the blood made it light up. You got leather pants, chains, this translucent body, freaking ring nipple. That face is just absolutely killer. This is probably my favorite 1/3 scale statue I own. It's just so impressive and cool. And this whole setup I just love. I also got a Blade 2, like one of those throwing stars in the background as well. A little plaque, and then the movie. Absolutely love these statues. The Blade setup is, in my opinion, the best ECC line made. Next, we got the custom Pennywise. This is by Blue Box Hyper Studios. Custom Pennywise life-size bust. Custom made base with the balloon prop. The SS Georgie like boat box. Metal COA, IT logo. Georgie metal boat. This is my favorite piece of my collection. It's just an absolute grail, 10 out of 10. You know, everything I say about it just could not be more true on how good this piece is. This base really helped make it even better, gave it much needed height. You got this water effect, the IT logo, the Georgie boat, light up. Just look at that. It does have light up eyes, you just have to press a button in the back. The detail is out of this world amazing. Silicone, glass eyes. Those teeth. That's my favorite teeth on any bust. Yeah, this Pennywise is just grail of all grails. Oh my gosh, I love it. I do think Thanos bust by Queen will top it, but as of right now, this is my favorite piece of my collection. My second favorite piece is actually this, the Wonder Woman half scale by Prime One Studios. So I do have this Olivia poster in the background, which is a beautiful art print, my favorite art print in my collection. Absolutely love it. I got the God Killer sword. And here is Wonder Woman. Absolutely amazing detail, great likeness, real hair. Skin tone is awesome. The detail on the armor is so well done. Leather straps, metal sword, awesome pose. Like real rope for the lasso of truth. The base does have a light up. I put the two movies. This is to represent my Batman vs Superman Wonder Woman. Now that's where she was first introduced. Love Gal Gadot. Huge fan. I love this half scale. It's absolutely gorgeous statue. Every time I look at it, I just love it. And I love how with the real hair, you can pose it how you want. You know, so often I'll pose it like that, but sometimes I'll just do that. Boom. And then it like changes the display a little bit. So I love having that option with her hair to display it how I want. But Gal Gadot really is a special person. She has a very exotic, unique beauty. And this statue is that. To the left, you have the Wonder Woman Ultimate Edition. So this is the hands on the hip pose. It's a swap out for the other Justice League. Incredible likeness. Great paint job. Stands 17 inches tall. And I put the Wonder Woman logo in here. And then the movie there to represent the Wonder Woman. So I love this. Got it here on this wall shelf. With all my wall shelves, these are floating, so there is two giant metal things, like rods, into the actual shelf. And there's probably like 8 nails. And then in addition, I added this to ensure extra safety. I do not want these ever falling. I've seen horror stories of collectors wall mounting stuff and then them falling. So those are advertised to hold 100 pounds each. In addition, the shelf is supposed to hold like 80 pounds. So this is advertised now to hold 300 pounds for a 15-pound statue, so I think I should hold. So yeah, I did that, and I think it turned out great. Next, Red Sonja by Sideshow Collectibles. This is my favorite Red Sonja version. I absolutely love this ever since I first saw it. I knew nothing about Red Sonja. I did watch the movie. It was okay, meh. But this statue is just gorgeous. The snake, blood, stepping on the tongue. The sculpt is amazing. Super sexy. The face is beautiful. I got the art print behind it. Yeah, this is my favorite Red Sonja. You know, even with Prime One coming out with their 1/3 version, which looks amazing, this is still my favorite Red Sonja. Nothing has trumped this. It's the best. And I absolutely love this statue. It's one of Sideshow's best 1/4 ever made. Next, we have the ARH Achilles 1/4 scale statue. Technically, this is not the movie version, but for me, it does represent the movie. I got the poster, the Blu-ray, this little Noble Collection sword and shield. And I have him with the, not the sword, but the whatever, the staff. Just because I have so many statues with swords, so. Love this statue though, it's absolutely awesome. Great base, looks awesome. Then to the left is the custom Adin Maga bust. I put it on like a Greek style themed thing there. I think it looks great like this, the way I displayed it, and it looks good with the black background. The bust is extremely lightweight, so no worries of anything falling over. It's like a leather styled armor. Face is a little too greasy to my liking, and the hair color was done wrong. The helmet is very cheaply made. Overall, I would absolutely not recommend buying from this Adin Maga guy, just because what he posts looks good, but what you get is not the same. I bought 2 pieces from him, both were disappointments, so I will never buy from him again. Luckily, I was able to get a 50% discount on my Achilles, because what he showed me versus what I got was such a dramatic difference. I would not accept it, so he actually refunded me half of Achilles because of how bad it did turn out. It was supposed to have, yet, you know, not this dirty blonde hair, but actual like yellow hair from the movie. It wasn't supposed to have this greasy look. And the helmet is so terribly done. But for what I paid, I'm now happy with it. So it looks good in the collection. It does have glass eyes, which is nice. It doesn't look good with the helmet off, so I always keep the helmet on. Next is the Sideshow half-scale Endoskeleton. I do have the Sideshow art print. I love this art print. I think it looks amazing, especially next to the half scale. This does have a light up function. I just have to press a button to turn it on. Big fan of this Endoskeleton. I think it's the best Endoskeleton ever made. I love the base with all the skulls, the logo from Terminator 2, got the 4K, classic pose. Love the light up feature, it's super legit. And it's very shiny, I believe maybe chromed, but best Endoskeleton in my opinion. I haven't seen a better Endoskeleton. Yeah, here's the Pure Arts Endoskeleton bust. This looks awesome. This is really cool. It does have a light up wall mount. Very cool piece. I think it looks awesome here where I put it. So here's this entire wall to show you. So because of the couch, I can't obviously put, you know, like Bestas and Stuvas there. So my only option is do wall shelves and, you know, wall hanging art. So I got this dinosaur King Kong themed, you know, art. So here's the Weta Venatosaurus bust. Love this. And then I put the little diorama next to it on a little wall shelf. I think they look awesome together. And then part of that line is the V-Rex, which also looks very awesome. Did gloss up some of the mouth because it's very dry looking. Chronicle Collectibles T-Rex 1/5 scale bust. This was a disappointment because the prototype looks so good, and then what you get is like a polka dotted, dry painted looking T-Rex. I'll never order from Chronicle again. I highly recommend never ordering from them until you see production images, just because what they show versus what you get is like a completely different. You know, imagine the McDonald's commercial showing a, you know, a Big Mac and then what you actually get. That's what to experience with them. Overall, it's still a nice looking bust, but I think if I could, I'd go back and not have bought it and just got a custom 1/5 wall mount instead. To the left is the PCS Planet of the Apes Caesar 1/4 scale with a poster, the Blu-ray box set, you know, with the Caesar bust. I think with the way I have this set up with like all the dinosaurs, it looks great right here. You know, I always thought what to put here. Should I do Marvel or what? And I decided upon Caesar because he looks best up high, you know, because he's always like climbing in trees. And the way I have this displayed, I'm a big fan. This was actually one of the statues where I bought it, the exclusive, ended up selling it because I thought it didn't fit in with the collection. So I sold it, and then I rebought it again years later because I was like, gosh dang it, I actually really liked that piece. It's awesome. And I love the Planet of the Apes trilogy. It's such an awesome trilogy. So there's that wall. Love this wall and how it ended up turning out. You know, and then this wall. So here's the couch. An L-shaped couch, 4 power recliners. So you can see, this is quite a big room. I just have a ton of statues in here. So in the middle is where I have the Maji cases. So I already showed you the reverse side. Now we're gonna look at this side, which is a continuation of my dinosaur monster themes. So to the left, we have the Prime One Studios Kong versus Skullcrawler. This is a beast of a piece. It's like 32 inches tall. Absolutely incredible. I have the exclusive portrait showing right now. Real fur. You know, look at that fur. Scars. This part's like polystone. This guy is made of, I believe, vinyl, the Skullcrawler, and he's super like glossy looking. Great detail. I'm glad they went with vinyl because then it'd prevent breakages. Because that mouth and the claws, those polystone would be too heavy and it'd break. So I'm currently displaying it like this, where the chain is wrapped around this propeller. Looks awesome. He's about to smash him in the face. And then this base, super cool. Love it. Translucent water. You got logs, boat. I got the 4K movie. Really, really love this piece. Highly recommend it. Still in stock, and it's such a cool piece. To the right, we have the Iron Studios 1/10 T-Rex. I always thought about getting the full diorama that's like $2,500, but unfortunately, I just do not have space for that. That thing is a space killer. Looks absolutely amazing, but I decided to go with the simple base version so I could display it here with these 3. And then I also got the little Velociraptor. This T-Rex is amazing, amazing paint. I love the face, the eyes look great, the mouth is glossy. I love the pose. The base has a Jurassic Park logo, some bone themes. Big fan of this T-Rex. It looks awesome here in the middle, and it's huge. It's like 3 feet long. Love it. And then underneath, you got the little Velociraptor attacking. This is my favorite of the Velociraptor, so I got this one. Glossy mouth, amazing, perfect pose. Love it. Right in front of the T-Rex, I got that little 1/10 setup. To the right is a custom Grail Velociraptor life-size bust. This is by Alien FX off Instagram. He makes raptors and T-Rexes and Predators that just look out of this world amazing. So it looks amazing. It's not a perfect piece by any means, and I'll say why. So first off, you know, it has, you know, openings where you can see flaws. Like obviously I can see the inside where there's a pole here. There's some paint issues. You can see, you know, like right here, I can see the white part of what this is made out of. The material, it's not like a high quality polystone. It's more like a, I want to say almost like a foam type thing, or I'm not sure. And then this is something you get from like Home Depot, and this. The eyes are different and unique. It's an extremely light piece. And when you get super up close, you can see some paint flaws, you know, like right there. Right there. you know, when you're super up close, you can notice some things. If you look through the mouth, you can actually see the pole holding it. So, I mean, it's not perfect by any means. You know, if you look at like the Chronicle Raptor, I mean, this has a way better paint job, but the Chronicle's more just like, I don't know, more complete, where you don't see little flaws like that. But for what it is, it's an absolutely amazing looking piece. When I look at it from 2 feet away like this, it looks so realistic and cool. Absolutely love it. You know, so it's very huge. It's like 37 inches tall, super deep. It's massive, like way big. I got this life-size raptor claw and egg in front. These are basically custom, and they look awesome in front of it. Little raptor setup, just looks so cool. I love Velociraptors. Underneath, a continuation of like the whole monster dinosaur animal themed. Turn on number 5. You got the Khaleesi life-size bust by Varan Studios. The likeness is not that good, but the piece has absolutely incredible detail. Real hair, glass eyes, silicone, the 3 dragons. I got the dragon eggs. I still really do like this piece a lot. It's just the likeness is not good. I think in general, it's hard for companies to really capture the likeness of Emilia Clarke. But overall, it's a beautiful bust. It looks awesome. I added a custom 3D printed necklace on it. I think that adds to it. If the likeness was a lot better, this would definitely be a highly sought after piece. It's just because the likeness is not that good. But the eyes are absolutely amazing. Really, really impressive eyes, and still an awesome, awesome piece, and I love it. To the right, we have the Weta Lara Croft with the Panther, and then the 1/6 Raptor behind by CinemaCast. Now, I really like how I have this set up like the Raptor's about to attack her. It looks to scale, you know, and it looks awesome. And I got this Jurassic Park logo and Raptor claw. The Weta Lara Croft is an amazing piece. I love it. That Panther looks sick, and it just looks awesome. I love the way this turned out. Very happy with that. I think this overall looks amazing. So again, there is that setup. And to just look at the room in general from this angle, there's that. So you can just see how big it is. Lights off, how it looks. So to get the lighting to work in all of this, I run a cord underneath this cord cover, and then it's just sitting underneath that Star Wars setup. All right, so next we come to the big TV. So this TV is a 75-inch 4K TV, got a PlayStation with VR setup, surround sound. So I watch all my TV here, and the idea is when I'm watching TV, that is my look. So it looks awesome. So I also got lighting on the back. I feel like that really helps. And it allows me to look at statues in the dark still, because I love just looking at statues, you know, while I'm sitting down. So on each side of the TV, I have a half-scale statue, one to represent DC, one to represent Marvel. So for the DC side, you know, I got the poster of the Justice League and Man of Steel, half-scale. This is my wife's favorite statue in my collection. Incredible likeness, amazing detail to Henry Cavill, who's the best Superman. The costume is phenomenal. It's a classic pose from all the posters from Batman vs. Superman. Got this little Superman prop here, the Justice League movie, Superman poster, and then I got this poster. So I love this Superman half scale. It's amazing. Best Superman statue, in my opinion. The detail, the cape, it's so well done. The likeness is just so well done to Henry Cavill. So perfect Superman statue. And he's the reason I never bought the 1/3. I didn't like the 1/3 as much, and this is such a perfect Superman. I don't need another one, you know, for the 1/3. And underneath, we got this custom Joker 1 to 1.5 scale bust. I got on top this little custom base. I love this Joker. It has incredible detail, incredible likeness to Heath Ledger. It doesn't look as good for some reason in pictures and in video, but God, in person, it's so freaking good. I've seen the Prime 1 half scale in person, and in my opinion, this is better detail, paint, and sculpt. No joke. I absolutely love this Joker. I'd love if they made a full-scale statue using that sculpt, because it's so freaking good. Very underrated piece. Just hard because in pictures, it doesn't have good likeness for some reason. I don't know. Sometimes statues are like that, where they just don't look good when it comes to pictures. All right, next, we're going to go ahead and turn on the lighting over here real quickly so I can turn on my hallway light. All right, so we got the half-scale Iron Man. This is the Avengers version. So we'll turn the lighting on. This is number 4. So it turns on. That's funny. The lighting is not working for one of those. I must have done something, but here's the half-scale Iron Man. I love this piece. I love the pose, the light up. My light up in the back foot actually doesn't work unless I like wiggle the body. Decent base. I got a custom plaque, the Avengers Blu-ray to match the Justice League on the other side. Gosh dang it, my freaking light up stopped working there. I gotta remove the shelf and fix it. I did get a custom front thing for that, so it's actually detailed. There's lots of parts you can take on and off, like if you want to take that off or remove that, you can. But I love Iron Man. This is the Mark 7 Avengers, which made me fall in love with the Marvel Universe, the MCU. And so I had to have that, especially once I started buying some half scales. This was a no-brainer for me. Next, underneath is the Sideshow Mark 42 and Iron Patriot. These have great poses, decent paint jobs, decent sculpts. They're nothing special, but they're a cool pair. I like them. So I'm displaying this portrait where it's Tony Stark mask up. Then Iron Patriot, got the movie, the Blu-ray. These are pretty decent. Light up stopped working on both of them though. That's the problem with light ups. You know, once the light up stopped working, it's like, ugh. Next, Sideshow Captain Marvel. So this is the exclusive portrait. Great looking statue, great sculpt. Got the movie. Put her on a display riser. Help her fill the shelf better. Overall, awesome piece. Again, this is at a curio. Above it, on top of the curio, I'll be putting the Queen Studios Captain Marvel life-size bust. I got the poster ready. Just need the bust to ship. It's already paid in full. Waiting on you, Queen. To the right, Deadpool life-size bust by Sideshow Collectibles. Love this bust. As you can see in the background, I got the Deadpool poster, Venom and Spider-Man, but here's Deadpool, awesome bust. It's still kind of weird how his mouth is like to the side. Not sure why they did that, kind of wish they didn't. But it's Deadpool, so anything goes. You have 2 grenades, little like pocket knife, pouches, 2 swords. Got the movie with the plaque. Great presence, looks awesome here. I like it with the Deadpool poster in the back. And to match that, underneath with Deadpool Wolverine, we got the Logan with the poster right here. This is a custom 1/3 scale by Adin Maga. This is the other one I said that's, you know, like a disappointment. The likeness just lacks. The material feels cheap. I wish I never bought it. But it is what it is. I own it. I can't sell it for what I paid, so I'm just gonna keep it and try to enjoy it. You know, it's still a decent looking piece, and I love Logan. It's 1/3 scale. So, I mean, when I put it like that, I think it looks awesome. You know, Logan, Deadpool, the posters in the background. I got the Avengers poster. So I just need Captain Marvel over here. I need to fix my lighting, obviously. Something came unplugged. I was pushing that shelf back, must have unplugged it. But, you know, just like how I have over there, you know, Henry Cavill, Man of Steel, Justice League, over here, Iron Man, Avengers. You know, I try to match everything side by side to make it just look great. So this is my main theater room. I still have 2 other statue rooms, which I'll make videos of. I gotta make a, you know, tour of the hallway and the video game statue room, which will be tomorrow. And then the movie room, my movie statue room, which is this room, we'll do on Monday. Because I'm waiting for 2 pieces to come that are going in each room. So once I get those pieces, I'll make the statue room tour. And if you saw this video, if you watched the whole thing, it took an hour for just one of my bedrooms. My gosh, Jupiter's cock. Goodness. So yeah. Also in the hallway, I got a Wonder Woman poster, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Transformers, Dark Knight. That's a bathroom. I got a robot right there. So this is my theater room. I have so many amazing pieces in here. Spent a ton of time in here just watching movies, playing video games. Just beat the new Star Wars Fallen Jedi game. So yeah, this is it. Let me know your thoughts. I do have 2 air purifiers in here, just here where I got one right here and one right there with next to my fan. So I have those running 24/7 in this room to help with the dust. And then I dust usually every 6 weeks using an air duster and a duster. So that is the room. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts and comments. Like I said, I still got a few more pieces to add here. The Thanos bust, the Black Order, Captain Marvel bust. So just waiting on that. So this is the room tour for January 1st, 2020. The next room tour will be when I finish the actual collection. So this is the final room tour before everything's finished. So next time I do a room tour, you're gonna see a Thanos bust, you're gonna see a completed Black Order, and you're gonna see a Captain Marvel bust in here. And who knows, maybe I might get something else. You never know. But that's it. This is my theater room. I've worked super, super hard to create this. I've spent a lot of money, a lot of time, and years of waiting to get this to happen. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.